Alrighty, man. Well, thank you for coming on, man, for the interview. For everybody that's watching, I think you joined up in the mentorship, I believe, 6 weeks ago. So you're relatively new, and usually I like to do these interviews with people that have been with me, for 3 to 4 months. But you've been able to see really good results, like almost immediately, which is pretty insane. So I think it'll be really beneficial to see kind of like your experience so far. And then of course we're going to talk about kind of like how you could scale what you're doing right now to get to even bigger profits. But before that, and before we get into the results and everything like that, can you kind of describe your journey so far? First getting into the mentorship, kind of what brought you. How'd you find me in the first place? What brought you to trading? And then, of course,
Yeah.
kind of like your journey so far, because it's been 6 weeks since you've been trading and since you've been in the mentorship. So, kind of like describe everything, your process, your journey so far.
Yeah, no, I started like kind of just getting like into crypto, I guess like early November. And so I started following like a bunch of different like pages on social media. And then I started learning more about trading, like all like crypto trading, stocks, things like that. And I just started like kind of really liking it and wanting to learn more about it. And I actually came across your cousin's page, Greg, and started following him and seeing like the kind of money that he was making from trading, which actually brought me like to finding out about you, seeing that he was mentored by you. So I like found you from him, went to your page, and I saw like all like the students that you were posting, like making all like good kind of money, only being like a few months in. So figured I'd give it a shot. I mean, worth like learning about. If not, if I don't succeed, at least I'd like get the knowledge and know how to do it. But yeah, then I reached out to you, kind of like went through that process, and then I got started. I didn't really have like any expectations like going into it. I just kind of wanted to learn about it because I liked it. And then once I like kind of started going through the program, I got into like one of the live trading, and I got to kind of just like my first day, I was just watching everybody, and I was trying to like keep along, but it didn't really make much sense to me. So I was like, I should probably just finish the university before like actually like paper trading. So I was just like grinding out the university. I got it done like 2 weeks. I was doing it like after work, even like during work on the weekends, trying to study up as much as I could. And then once I got that down, I just started live paper trading with you guys. That's when I went to, it was about 5 weeks, I think. I started around like Thanksgiving time. So I was like, I'll give myself about a month or so to paper trade until like the new year. That way I kind of like have like my feet under me, know like the platform, and I should be able to kind of get a sense for it. But the Thinkorswim paper trading is a lot different than the real thing because it's simulated fills and it's not the same. So I was getting like super frustrated when I was watching you guys like make money off of scalping, but like when you'd scalp on the Thinkorswim paper trading platform, it just wasn't the same. So I wasn't making money. I was like actually losing money every day. But I started kind of getting better at it, and I think we had some like better trades too. I mean, lately the environment's been kind of tough. So like once I started getting confident with the platform, I was like, all right, I'm just gonna put my money in the account and then I'll start off like super low amount of shares. So I like followed with you guys 2 weeks ago. Started off with like 500 shares, and then it was going pretty good. I just started scaling my risk up as like because like I knew the setups from paper trading, and then I was like, the fills are a lot different than what I'm used to from the paper trading. So I was able to actually scale my risk up a lot higher pretty quick. And then I went from $693 my first day of live trading to about 1,500 my second day. And then I was able to do like 5,000 to 10,000 shares within like my third day of live trading. And I think it was like 5,400 without fees. So I took home 4,700 my first week. And then this past week, I started off pretty well, but still, I have a lot of things to like kind of work on, which is discipline, not over trading. Still like working on like risk management as well, because I'd be like down and try and like make it back, I guess, which is like something I should not have done. And actually, Friday was my first day where I like had $800 and then I lost it all, got into the negatives, and then got it back up to like 250. But then with fees, I only took home like $50, but at least I wasn't negative. So it's been pretty good, I would say. First 2 weeks, I just over $10,000. So minus the fees, it was like I had like 2,000 in fees, which was like just around $8,100 I took home.
Hmm.
So that's something just like kind of learning about like what stocks not to trade to kind of get rid of the fees and just like working on like a lot of things that I can manage pretty easily to make more money. But I'd say it's been going great so far.
Yeah, I mean, that's insane because a lot of people paper trade kind of do the same progression as you, except when they switch to real money, it takes time for them to get a feel for like, because the psychology is a little bit different. You're actually risking money. It takes time for them to begin scaling the risk. And for you, like, you were able to kind of like gain that comfort level really really quickly, and then immediately start doing like enough shares for you to make like pretty significant profit, especially in your fit like that 5K, even with fees. I mean, that's something that's crazy. It's really really good. So yeah, I think it was really good that you did end up paper trading, for those like what was it? Yeah, essentially 2 to 3 weeks because you did the university for 2 weeks and then.
Yeah, I think it was like yeah, like 4 or 5 weeks I paper traded, like all the whole month of December, and then like the first week of January, I couldn't get my account funded for like a week, so I started like January 3rd or 4th, like that Friday, I think, of the first week.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, no, that makes sense. And I think with the paper trading, like you said, it's so different that it's almost like an advantage because you kind of like when you're doing simulated trading on Thinkorswim, it's even harder. So then when you went to like real life trading, it was way more like you got better fills. The execution is way better, and you kind of like get really good in a really with a really hard system with paper trading, and then with real money ends up being easier. So that definitely like helped for sure. I mean, honestly, like I know you were asking me earlier, kind of what you can do now to begin like really really scaling kind of the profits, and from here you're so still relatively new to the game that all you need to do is literally just continue gaining experience. And in terms of like the discipline in overtrading, for example, like if you were up $800 in a day, I once you lost 2 to 300 of that money, I would just take it easy. Like I would
Yeah,
literally just sit on your hands, right? You want to really, if you make, let's say, I don't know, yeah, like you said, 800, $1,000, you want to be able to conserve at least like 60 to 70% of that by the end of the day. Like you give yourself a small cushion to kind of give back, right? Because obviously you're going to want to take new trades and you have to risk money
yeah,
to take those new trades. But if you're noticing yourself, okay, like it's chipping away, maybe when you were at $500 in profit or 600, you could just like kind of really take it easy. That's what I do
yeah,
personally, like because I hate losing money. So I think right off the bat, like just adding that to your trading plan could you know help those type of days where you're giving back profits. But then also, you also want to, if we do end up getting a really good trade, you want to be able to participate in that too. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
it's like a balance of like being more selective, but then also being aggressive if we do have a really good setup.
yeah. Which I've been trying to do. It's like you said, not giving back like profits like that, or like kind of like knowing, but even still, like Friday and Thursday, like the environments, the level twos were tough. Like we had some pretty tough trades that just kind of flipped on us. Like SES has been like terrible for me, which I was like, I'm just gonna stop trading SES right now. Or like the Wolf too. Like some day, like 2 days I made like $1,000 on it and 800, and then like the other day I lost like 200, and then the day before that like 150. So it's just like kind of picking your battles, I guess, with some of the stocks that we trade because they're always different. But I guess yeah, like still like being like so like new to it, I gotta like learn some of these lessons the hard way.
Yeah.
But like you said, you lose like a couple $100, it sucks, especially when you're up like a good amount,
Hmm.
and it could turn into a pretty good day if you stop trading.
Yeah. It's also because the environment was so difficult Thursday and Friday. Number one, really impressive that you're even able to make $800 on a day like Friday, because Friday was one of the hardest days in a while in terms of just slow. Everything was, there were difficult setups. Everything was flipping. So the fact that you were able to make 800 on Friday is just a massive like green flag, because that you made that in literally like the most difficult day I've seen in a long time, you know. And then I would say that, let's say, because obviously like I'm always mentioning it on the mic, and then we could just feel that the environment is tough, and though if you know that, you could kind of tell yourself, okay, I'm up 800. It's a really tough environment. I'm happy with my results. I know me making 800 on a day like today is going to give me really good momentum moving forward. Let me just stop. And honestly, you could even
Yeah,
finish for the day. Literally, like
yeah,
because I sometimes say that. Sometimes the best move is to just be like, you know what, I'm off the computer, taking my $800, and then then in that case you're going into the weekend with a really good psychology. You're like, damn, I made $800 on a really slow day. I'm 2 weeks into trading with real money. That's good. Boom. Now you have confidence going into Monday. Versus, now going into Monday, I'm sure you're still confident because you've been doing well, but it's kind of like, Friday could have been much better. But I kind of,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I guess it's just because like it's because I'm new at it and it's like only been a couple weeks is like I want to trade. Like
Yeah,
I
exactly. Exactly.
just like kind of like want to like keep doing like better with it, and like even when I'm losing, I just like to do it.
Hmm. Yeah, 100%. I think after this earning season, like the next 3 months, I think you're going to make really tremendous strides, just because it's going to pick up in terms of the environment. But really, the only thing you could improve right now is just to get the reps. Like, it's not even an improvement, it's just gaining experience, right? Because
Yeah,
with trading, there's a certain, you need time on the charts, time with the execution, before, let's say in 3 months, you look back at your results and you're like, okay, these are the issues that are in my trading. Boom, I'm going to fix them. But right now, you're still in that stage where you're trying to figure out what you're doing wrong, what is working for you, right? And the fact that you've been able to make money during this stage is just really optimistic, right? It's like really, really good, because then once you get that time, you fix the little things in your trading, I mean, in theory, your results should go like exponential. Seriously, like they should go even much, much higher.
yeah. Well, that's hopefully I can get to that point. I've actually like reached out to Josh before, kind of like pick his brain a little bit, and like some things that like worked for him. He kind of like gave me some advice, like in the beginning, just stick paper trading. He's like, once you get more confidence and like you said, like with the setups that we have, just be confident with them. That's when you can like scale your risk higher. But like that's why he manages to make so much money. He can limit his losses pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Why he can manage like $2,000 to $3,000 days. But he's got a lot more experience than I do.
Mm-hmm.
So no, I think it's just every day. I still like work for a living. I haven't quit my job yet, but that is the main goal, to eventually do this full time. But because I'm in a family business, I kind of like control or manage like the accounts for the business. So I'm still like helping my parents out with that, but I can still trade from the office. I'm on my laptop every day and trading with you guys, which is nice. So I can do both.
Yeah, I mean, that's like, even being so new, like that extra, like income is really good, obviously, and then you're still working your other job, and then it probably just gives you confidence, right? Because then like whenever you do decide to like kind of leave your job, you know that hey, I've been like consistently profitable for X amount of time and
Yeah.
stuff. Question for you. So far, it's been like the 6 7 weeks or so. What do you think was the biggest kind of challenge that you faced in your trading, and how has being in the mentorship and being in the live trading room, how has that like helped you overcome that challenge or helped kind of like clarify things for you?
Um, I guess the main challenge is overcoming like doing this full time, but like I haven't gotten to that point yet because it's still like very, very new to me. It's just seeing like the progress and seeing the success of like the other students, and kind of drives me more to get to that level. Like some of the other guys, like Yuri, Zach, John, Josh, I see the progress that those guys have made, and I want to get to that point. So I think I can get to that point eventually, but I still need to learn everything and trade with everybody, kind of get the ideas. I'm already like kind of seeing like a lot of ideas and trying to like share them, see if they stick or if they are good ideas. But I'm trying to do the watch list on my own in the morning and see like kind of match them up with you, which actually I'm getting pretty accurate with some of the ones that you post. I'll have a lot of the stocks that I agree with as well. But sometimes I just don't have the time in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess the challenge is just putting the time in. I mean, this is something that like to be good at, you definitely need to put the time in even after hours, study what you're like doing wrong, mistakes, and just going through your university again. I go through that on like certain areas that might help me on the weekends or after trading. Kind of reflect on the day after trading, things that I did good, things that like I can work on for the next day, and then kind of just like build off of that. But yeah, no, just kind of working with the other students too helps me like overcome like the challenges of like doubt as well. But it's building confidence too with this, and I can see like the most successful students and traders in the group are very confident. I can see that with the share sizes that they take or when they say how many shares they had on a specific trade. But yeah, I'm trying to get to that point as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. I mean, something to keep in mind is that like a lot of the students that you refer to, like John, Josh, Yuri, that are like, they're like printing on some days. They've been in it. I mean, like 4 to 6 months. Like Yuri's been 6 months, a little bit more than that. Josh, it's been, I think he's on his fourth or fifth month, which is still like not that much time at all. But
Yeah,
they still have that extra 2 to 3 months on you, which like that's really huge in the first when you're first learning how to trade. That like developmental period is huge. So um yeah, like you'll
yeah,
get
it's
there.
cool
It's
to
just
see.
time.
It's cool to see some of the boys getting new cars too.
Literally, that's insane. Like I'm very happy. I feel like the mentorship like has really the room has become just a really good community. Like I feel like everyone's like kind of like family. It feels like which that was like always my goal. Like everyone's pretty serious. There's no one like trolling or anything. Like I never wanted that. So
Yeah, I got a question for you.
yeah.
What's your like idea for like the group like of students like moving forward like in the future? What is your like plan for that?
Honestly, when I first launched the mentorship, like it was like literally 6 7 months ago. So it's like kind of relatively new, and I got like my first group of students, and like my first goal was just to get people results, right? I just wanted people to become profitable, and then like it started happening, and then like one student got really good results, and then two, and then three, and now we're getting to the point where it feels like everyone that gets into the mentorship, if they're like putting the work in, they're consistent, they're getting results within 3 to 4 months. And now like the newer students like you and then Fadl, And then I have some other students that joined like even last week. They had like some profitable days this week. Like we're getting to the point where even the new students are making money. So now like I've been forced to like make the program more exclusive because I don't want like 100 people, 200 people in there like right away. I can't have that. It's just like I like how it's very like an intimate feel. Everyone's friends. So like I've had to make it more exclusive. Um, and then in terms of, I've always kind of envisioned. Brad said this, like the Harvard Business School of trading. Like that's kind of the direction I want to go to. Like very exclusive, serious. Everyone's like to help people go full time. And then yeah, like that's kind of the direction. And then of course, I think we could actually hit 10 million in profits in 2025. Like I think that's ambitious, but like I think it's possible. Like that. Oh, you're good.
Sorry,
You're good.
man.
No worries. No worries.
My dog is. 1 second.
No, you're good. You're good.
Benny. Benny, come on. Sorry about
No, you're
that.
good. What was I going? So yeah, I honestly just want to grow it to the point where you know this like I have lots of like we can actually hit 10 million in a year in student profits. And just have like I want to make sure that moving forward though it's like always a very serious community. Like I don't like obviously like we joke around and stuff and like we sometimes we go a
Yeah.
little off topic, but like there's a lot of Discord groups out there where like you go in and everyone's just trolling. Like
Yeah.
I never want that. Like I want that's why I've had to like obviously like increase the investment. I've had to like limit a number of people that can even get in to make sure we never lose that like intimate, serious touch to it. Where we're all family versus like there's people just trolling. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You want people that are going to be in there and actually serious about trading and trying to progress instead of just people that are just going to kind of goof around. But is this something that you can like picture like us like trading together in like a environment like this for like years?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, just for me, I've had a lot of people ask me. They're like, "Oh yeah, you're in crypto. Well, if it hits big, like, are you just gonna quit trading?" It's like I love trading. I would trade just for fun. Like obviously I make money doing it, but I love trading.
Yeah.
I love mentoring. Like I love teaching. I enjoy coming on and like talking about trading all day. Um, so yeah, like for me, I'm still only 25, so like I'm gonna be trading. I want to be trading for a long time just because I love it. So yeah, like in terms of like long term, I want this. I want all of us to trade for like many, many years together,
Yeah.
obviously. And then I want it. I feel like now it's actually getting to the point where new students that come in, like yourself, like that you're relatively new, you're coming in like, and obviously people have like doubt. They're like, oh wait, like some guy made like 60K in a month. Like there's no way that's true. But then you come in and like you actually talk to the students. You're like, oh my god, like yeah,
Yeah.
this is possible. Like I could make a lot of money doing that. Like they're doing it. Why can't I? And I feel like we're getting to that point, like you mentioned, like where like a lot of your doubt was kind of like lifted off of your back because you were talking to the other students.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you picture like this group too? Like, I mean, like you said, you got it started what, like 6 months ago?
A little bit more, yeah,
Picture,
yeah, something like that. 6 8 months ago, yeah,
picture it in like a year or two.
insane.
Like, it's pretty crazy to think about. But that was like one of my concerns is like, is this something that like I want to like get into and then like the group is just kind of like not gonna happen or in the future? But like if this is something like we can kind of like stay as like a community and like trade with each other, plus like the ideas like everybody can share. If we can do this for years to come, like this is definitely something I'm just gonna pursue fully.
Oh,
And like
100%. Yeah, no, I love trading. Like I have without like even before I even like started the mentorship, I knew I'd be trading for a long time. I'm still so young, so like, I mean,
yeah,
long, yeah, 15 20 years like I'm going to be doing this. Even my dad, like my dad technically doesn't even have to trade. He's in his 50s and he just comes on the charts like and see obviously makes money but he likes it. It's like have you like
that's
come
pretty
to like
cool.
enjoy
Yeah.
it too? Like do you kind of like look forward, like are you looking forward to like Tuesday? I guess Monday's
Dude, like
closed.
I've never looked forward to like a day like during the middle of the week, and like first like week, like after doing it, couldn't sleep like the
Yeah.
night before. I'm just like thinking about like the next day. It's crazy. Like it doesn't seem like a job at all.
Exactly. Exactly. 100%. I agree. Like I still look forward to like waking up and trading, and then plus I like the camaraderie. Like even though I'm like on the mic talking and like and you guys are typing, like I still like it's fun to like all communicate and like we talk
Yeah.
about like crypto too and stuff like that.
Or
No,
do like the education too. I think that's beneficial. Kind of like gets people to like, when we get those slow days, kind of touch up on something that people may have questions on, so we can do like a little education like that. I think that helps a lot too.
yeah, for sure. At some point in the near future, too, like I want to get some of the really successful students and see if they could be kind of like coaches too, where like maybe like on a weekend or like post trading, they could do like we could just like add classes and stuff like that. Like I've been talking with like Yuri, like I might have him do like a class like once a week where he just like because he was like one of my first students, so like that I feel like there's a lot of potential there too, where like especially once there's a lot of really successful students, or like even after trading, like there could be more collaboration where like or
Yeah.
group kind of talk, you know what I mean, or create because I feel like mostly everyone talks just during trading hours, but like after trading hours, I feel like people could be discussing stuff too.
Definitely ideas for the future, right?
Yeah, 100%. Awesome, man. I feel like we talked about a lot. A couple last questions for you. Um, Honestly, so number one, what was your really? I mean, you're still in the mentorship, but like, what's kind of your favorite part so far about the mentorship, about your experience that you just really enjoyed? And then number two, if there's anyone considering getting into the mentorship, maybe that's on the fence about joining, and they're listening to this interview, and what advice would you give to someone that's like potentially looking to join the mentorship, and kind of any words that you would give them?
Yeah, no, I know like people see like all these other traders on social media that are kind of flexing, like, oh, I've made like this amount of money, or like I made 10,000, I made 20,000 this week. It's different, like what joining your program, because you actually see the results of the students. You get the people who have done the interviews, kind of explain like their journey, and have like stuck by your side, being like, M is he's definitely a great mentor. He's got a great university. You learn a lot. Plus, you get to trade with the other students, and he live trades with you, shows his stream on Twitch every day. I would 100% say that anybody who's thinking about trading, who may have doubt, should definitely join this program if you're serious about it and actually want to become a good trader, and see some of the success that some of these other students are seeing. I mean, sometimes it's hard. You don't really know going in, because like obviously I didn't know you at all, so I kind of like took a chance on it based off of like the reviews of like the other students. But I would say it's the best decision I've made, and I would recommend anybody to join it.
Appreciate that, man. I really appreciate that. It's also been a pleasure, obviously having you like in the group and teaching you, and like we talk like in the chat every day and stuff. And your results, I mean, like even Yuri, saw I thought quick results. I think he started making like really good money by his third month. You're like on your second month, and you're starting to make like good money for being so new. Like that's really good. Like seriously, like that. It's like I don't want to say it shocked me, because like I know obviously the potential, but it's even a kind of like crazy to me to think like damn, like the new progress. And I've noticed that every kind of new, I don't want to say generation, but every new like group of students that join in, each group get faster and faster results, which I think makes sense because with the student community and stuff. But yeah, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah,
Obviously,
man.
like teaching you and stuff. Do you have like any last questions for me in terms of like your own trading, or like any, anything you want to ask me?
Um, this is more or less like like taxes pretty much. So that's like taxes, health insurance, like say like you make 100,000 or 200,000, like what would you get like taken like 15%, 20% if you're over 200, 220, 240. So like you got to kind of think about like taxes at the end of the years, right?
Hmm.
So like I don't know, like I see like a couple of the guys like buying new cars or whatnot, but in the back of your mind, you kind of got to think I got to probably pay quite a pretty penny at the end of the year for taxes.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. Like, I am honestly like very much not that knowledgeable when it comes to taxes. I honestly just have my accountant take care of anything. But what I will say, Thinkorswim gives you a 1099 at the end of the year.
Yeah.
So they give you that. I also know that if you're not trading under an LLC, which for that I would just talk. If you have an accountant, I would talk to her because like some accountants say you should trade under an LLC, others say you shouldn't. Like mine says that I shouldn't, so I just like kind of listen to her. But like I don't know exactly what's going behind her reasoning. Um, I will say that I know you can write off 3,000 if you're trading as an individual every
Okay.
year. I think that's like the max. I think it's like 3K or 3,500, something like that. And then obviously they give you a 1099, so you'd have to pay capital gains. But I'll be honest, I hate to almost I don't like to give tax advice just because like some people literally like they'll take it literally and like do exactly what I say. I'm like not that knowledgeable on it. I would honestly like if you do have an accountant, talk to them because they have different perspectives depending on what accountant you have. But like that's kind of the information I do know. But I'll like go ahead and kind of do more research too, and like maybe that could be like another section in the university I can add.
Yeah, because like maybe just like people who are like thinking about like full time, you kind of like got to think about you got to like budget yourself
Yeah, for
as to like
sure.
okay, what should I be saving like every month? What can I afford to like take from my profits? That's like kind of what I've been like going over like in my head. I mean, I still use my real job for like bills and like everything else, so I'm just trying to build my account right now. But obviously, I haven't gotten to the point where I've made over 100 grand. I'm just kind of thinking long term.
Yeah, for sure. Soon, soon. Give yourself like hopefully by the end of this earnings. That's
No, I just have like kind of like seen like the success of like some of the other guys like Zach, and I was like, wow. I just thinking like my first thought was like taxes.
yeah, facts. Yeah, damn taxes are annoying. I'll be honest with you. For me personally, I try to never withdraw money from my account. Like now, I'm doing it because of like crypto and stuff. But I try to like I have my savings that I use for like obviously like just like my lifestyle, and then I try to keep it in the account. So when tax season does come around, I could take it from the account and I know I'll be fine, and I'll have enough capital in there to like still trade
Yeah.
effectively. So yeah, yeah, I'm gonna definitely do like more research on that, and then like talk to my accountant and see like I could like add some stuff to the university too. That's a good idea to add.
And then another thing is just like to get like certain amount of shares, like when we're making trades, like on some stocks, I can like go only up to like 11 or 12,000. That just goes with like the money you have in your account,
Yeah,
right? Until
yeah,
you like, put it up. So I can't do like 20,000 shares until I have like 50 or 60,000
yeah. Exactly,
like that
exactly.
on some stocks. Okay, that's like something I noticed as well too. But like as I'm like have gotten some more money into it, I've been able to like kind of go higher, and I'm like, okay, now it makes sense. I just to get more shares, I got to keep making more money, I guess.
Literally, yeah. That's kind of the funny thing, though. Like, I think that's actually a really good point. That's part of the reason why I think a lot of students like Josh, like your results go kind of like you go like this, like this, like this, and like that because like when you build
Yeah,
the account and then you get more shares and the profits, like people don't understand that like you getting like let's say like 10,000 shares in a trade, like a scalp versus like 18,000, for example,
yeah,
you're not risking I mean you are risking more on that position. However, the potential that you can make is way higher than what you're risking. If you add another 8K of shares, let's say, you're only adding 880 to $160 of risk as long as you're getting out correctly on the level
yeah,
2 on the scalp. But your profits could go like 2 3x You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's how the exponential gains really go. And especially, and obviously you have to be really adept at like scalping in level two, which like you've really focused on.
I've been able to like see that with like some certain stocks too. Like sometimes BidF, like the fills won't be that great, but like if we're scalping Lucid, like the fills will be so much better. You'll make a Lucid. That's probably been like my highest money maker because the fills are so good.
Yeah.
But sometimes like I'll do like 5 to 10,000 shares. I'm doing BidF and I'll make like $30.
Yeah, exactly. I'll be honest, like that stuff, the Lucid, the BidF, we've like I've been doing some of it too, like the up and down kind of scalps, but like it's honestly just because it's so slow. Like
Yeah.
I prefer to like wait for like a 10-cent scalp or like a
Yeah.
real move. We're gonna get them like in earnings. Like you'll see,
Yeah.
there are gonna be days where it's like, yo, like we have like 4 or 5 really good trades today, right? And then so you'll and then but you learning the level two on Lucid, for example, that's really good practice because then once you get to the ones that move more, you already know how to read level two, so you'll be able to like
Yeah.
make more money on them.
Yeah. And then trying to go to like the wolf, that level two is just,
That's hard. That's
it's so hard.
I don't even do it, bro. Like
I'm
I'm like
like,
I don't
I
even
don't think I'm
bother.
gonna. Yeah, I don't know how Zach can make a ton of money off of it. I think it's just like once you get like a feel. Like the other day, I like kind of noticed a pattern. It would like go up two and then like go down one, and then I'd get in, go up like a penny or something, then I get out, and then the pattern just completely changes, and then that's when I start losing money.
Yeah,
So I'm like,
it's hard. Like
the level
it's
two
good
is
like
too
practice,
difficult.
honestly, for you. Like since like you're new, too, really good practice, but it's so hard. Like I don't even do that stuff, honestly.
No. Yeah. Well, it'll be nice, I guess, to see like what earning season's actually like, because that's like all I feel like I've been doing is just
I
scalps.
know, bro. I've been hyping it up so much. Now I feel like when it comes, it's gonna be like oh yeah, like okay,
We're
and
gonna be
then
like, dude, what is this?
yeah. I'm like I feel like I shouldn't have hyped it up that much, but
It's gonna be like March, and you're like, earning seasons is
yeah,
is coming.
yeah. It's like crypto. Like the bull run's coming, guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're waiting.
No, I will say the last earnings season was really good. The one before that was like meh, like okay. But I just think this one with um with like Trump's inauguration, like combined, like I don't know.
Yeah,
I have a feeling, but we'll see. I mean, regardless, it's gonna has to be better than what's going on now, which is good. Like, we've
yeah,
been doing well, so
yeah,
it's
and it's
only
been
up from here.
slow for
Hundred
even
percent.
like when I was paper trading, it was super slow, but like people are still making a ton of money
I
in
know
December.
it's crazy. It's
Yeah,
I only up from here, honestly. Like that's why I feel like we
yeah.
did really well in like a slow month. So for sure.
No, yeah, I'm excited to see like what these next few months bring, and see how everybody else does too. But I think it's been going great, and I think you're great with everybody as well, especially like when you're streaming too. So you're doing really well for yourself, and you've helped a lot of people out. So I appreciate that, and I'd say I'm lucky to have you as a mentor and to be working with you.
I really appreciate that, man. It means a lot. It definitely means a lot. And I'm excited to also like see your results too. So thank you for
Yeah,
coming on, man. Great interview. I'm sure we'll do another one like 3 4 months to
yeah.
like follow up and then
For sure.
us.
See how if things have gotten any better, or if I quit trading.
Definitely not. Definitely not. There's like
No, I don't
yeah
think
no
so.
yeah no. They're very unlikely unless
I
like you
wouldn't
were
quit
like
even
yeah
if I
like
was losing.
I'm tired of making money. I'm going back.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't quit even if I was losing. It's too
Yeah,
fun.
100%. Awesome, man. Well, appreciate the interview. I'm gonna go ahead.